All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome. We have a doubleheader going on because finals, as I complained about yesterday, finals are all on at the same time. So, yay. Thank you, tennis, for being great, We have three finals happening at the same time. Fritz Shelton is happening right now. We've got Raducanu Vekic as well. And then Demonor's playing Myshak over in Den Bosch. So we'll keep an eye on that as Fritz can't get that back. It's advantage Shelton. Advantage Shelton. But Raducanu taking on Vekic, which lucky loser taking on the home favorite. It's going to be very fun to watch. Very fun matchup. All right, advantage Shelton. As he serves the forehand to Fritz, return goes the forehand to Shelton. Fritz backhand into the volley. Shelton. Fritz to the forehand pass in the net. Shelton takes the game from love 40. 3-1. Emma will probably meet at Nottingham, second round. I don't think she's going to play next week, Raducanu. I don't think either of these ladies are going to play next week. Raducanu's in the final. I wasn't expecting her to be in the final of any tournament, really. Well, today's the day that Raducanu has an opportunity to just put a silence over the crowd. And I'm excited for that. It's going to be a good day. 15 love. Be a good day if that was going to happen. If that's what we get. It's not. Hopefully it doesn't rain. All right. Shelton. He's got the 3-1 lead. Hey, Deb, thank you for the 53 months. Appreciate that. All right, 15 love Fritz. It's 3-1 Shelton. And Shelton with the forehand into the forehand of Fritz. Shelton backhand. Can't get that. 30 love. The Raducanu. I'm surprised that they're not playing the doubles first. Like, they usually go doubles and then the singles final, but I guess, the tournament directors didn't look at the schedule and think, oh, maybe we shouldn't put it on at the same time as the ATP. Oh, no, maybe we should. I don't know why they wouldn't put the doubles final on first. But I'm sure they have a reason, and it's probably really good. It's a really good reason. Which is a really good reason. 40 love. Fritz. Serving to the back. Forehand to Shelton. Shelton gets to look at his second serve. Fritz with an ace. All right. Fritz holds. 3-2 Shelton. By the way, where's that guy from yesterday that said Australia shouldn't be in the World Cup? I'm just wondering where he is. Did he come back? I don't think did he come back? Looking forward to this one. Yeah. What happened to Alexandra Eala? I don't know. She's playing next week. Go Vekic. I go for Vekic. Is anyone going for Raducanu? Come on, Emma, bring the trophy back. There you go. All right. Shelton. He is leading. That guy went real quiet. Is Australia already out? Yeah. Yeah, I'm wearing this to celebrate our departure. Money's always the reason, or conflicts with the World Cup games. I think it's probably it's more World Cup, probably. They don't want to collide with the World Cup, which is kind of silly because I think the first game of the World Cup's in like 6 hours. And also, it's not England. So it's kind of weird that they'd be like, yeah, we don't want to collide with the World Cup on a Sunday. When the next game is is in 5 hours. And it's Germany taking on some random-ass team I can't even pronounce. Curacao. So, I mean, everyone needs to be at the pub for that one. I mean, maybe I can understand, maybe in Stuttgart, but, Queen's Club needs to be over before the Germany game. Because that's, we don't want to collide with the Germany game in England. So silly. All right, Vekic walks out first. And here comes Raducanu. The crowd goes wild as Raducanu high-fives all the kids in the front rows. Raducanu has a leg taped up from slipping over in the first match yesterday. She then played through against Jovic, which was actually really impressive. I thought for sure that her leg would give her troubles, but then Jovic had an ankle injury yesterday, so it kind of evened the playing field. Vekic, though, she's played a lot of tennis, so it'll be interesting to see how she looks as well. Might be level playing field with her being tired and Raducanu being sore. So, anyways, that goes out by Fritz on a long rally. And it's 15-love. Eala's playing Berlin next week. Yeah, next week. Next week. And we'll watch that next week. It's pronounced Curacao. Okay, there you go. My bad. Well, hopefully they beat Germany because that'd be funny. That'd be really funny. All right, nice serve from Shelton down the tee. Jeez, that is a rocket. 30-love. Scotland beat Haiti. They did. And Brazil had a draw. And Switzerland won as well. I can't remember who they beat. They beat somebody as well. 30-love. Serving to the back and Fritz. Return goes into the forehand of Shelton. Shelton in the net. 30-15. 30-15. Curacao has a population of 180,000. Wow. That's crazy. There we go. Raducanu and Vekic are on the court. Let's see if Raducanu can get that second title. Or if Vekic can win as a lucky loser. Both very impressive feats. Both unseeded players too, which is kind of interesting. We had a lot of... There's actually a pretty stacked draw. By the way, Nisimova's not playing next week. She pulled out of Berlin. So that means Gauff doesn't have to play Sabalenka in the quarterfinals anymore. So Coco got a nice boost. But Anisimova, that's not a good thing for her defense of Wimbledon. It's got a 4 now from Shelton. It's a drop shot. Fritz gets it, but Shelton puts it away. 4-2 Shelton. All right, 4-2. 15-love, Fritz. As eventually Shelton makes the error. 30-love. All right, 30-love. What an embarrassing loss for Turkey. Yeah, sucks to suck. But they'll be back. They'll beat America and Paraguay, I'm sure. They'll beat them up. And so something. 40-love. I'm sure they'll get revenge over other teams. They shouldn't have talked so much shit, though. They said they were going to dominate. They shouldn't have said that. Am I Australian? Yes. Yes, I am. All right. 40-love Fritz. There goes the net from Fritz. 40-15. Vekic and Raducanu are on the court, warming up their serves. And we will get this started. 40-15, Fritz with the serve. Into the backhand of Shelton. Return goes up the line. The backhand of Fritz. Cross-court winner by Fritz. All right, 4-3 Shelton with the break. As a Scot, I was hoping for better than 1-0, but I'll take it. Hey, look, a win's a win. Surprised Haiti even have a football team. There's a lot of teams, but because they expanded the World Cup, that's why there's so many teams, right? How to send a donation? No, don't worry about that. Don't do that. Keep the donations to yourself. Buy yourself something nice. 25 minutes played, 4-3. US is not good at football because they call it soccer. Okay. All right. 4-3 Shelton with the break. All right, 4-3. But Raducanu has not lost a set this week. That is so impressive. That is super impressive for Raducanu. Hasn't dropped a set all week. Congrats on Australia beating Turkey. Thank you. It was nice being in the city when that happened. People were like literally high-fiving in the street. It was crazy. And like tooting their horns, like people were driving down the street like beeping and chanting. It was a whole thing. It was great. It's a cool atmosphere. Fritz looked like he was spew. All right. Fritz, he's down a break 4-3. Shelton to serve. Demonor is also playing right now against Myshak, so let's hope that he can win and it'll be a great Aussie victory day. Also, New York Knicks won, which is cool. I like New York. One of my favorite cities. All right. Shelton. Forehand goes wide and it's love 15. So Raducanu Vekic about to kick off. Love 15. Shelton serves down the tee. Fritz hits it out in the return. 15-0. Raducanu like the favorite in this one, which I think is a little surprising. They've never played Vekic Raducanu. They're first time meeting, so let's see what happens. As with a serve to the forehand of Fritz, but Fritz just shanks it into the ground. 30-15. 30-15. I'm a little annoyed that Australians don't even watch all sports, but they're good. They win everything. What are you talking about? We watch all sports. 30-15. As we slice into the backhand of Fritz. Slice again from Shelton to the backhand of Fritz. Into the forehand of Shelton. Fritz backhand again. Into the forehand of Shelton. That's Fritz. Forehand cross-court winner. All right, 30-0. Chance for Fritz to get the break back. Vekic going to serve. I'm going to go Raducanu in 3. As Vekic serves. And wins the first point, 15-love. All right, Vekic serves again. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Shank return. Is out and it's 30-love. All right, Shelton. As he tries to keep this break. Fritz hits in the net. 40-30. Good serving by Shelton. Turkey was the dark horse before the World Cup started. Yeah. They probably still can be, right? I mean, they just had a bad loss. They underestimated us. 40-love. Nice hitting from Vekic. Shelton trying to get a 5-3 first set here. Lucky lose the champ, yeah, that's a possibility. 40-love Vekic. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Fritz gets the deuce. As we get a backhand now from Shelton to the slice of... the forehand of Fritz. Slice from Shelton again as Fritz goes again. Backhand Shelton goes wide. It's advantage Fritz. Now an advantage Fritz to get the break. And Raducanu gets the point. First point of the final, 40-15. All right, Fritz. Break point. Lovely shot, Raducanu up the line. That was what she was doing all week. There's a bit of fault from Shelton. Second serve. Second serve. As the return goes in the slice of Shelton. Fritz with a slice drop shot. Shelton with a lob. Fritz going to hit a tweener. But Shelton's got the easy volley. Oh, Fritz gets it, but it's in the net. Deuce. All right, Vekic holds. First game of the match. All right, one love. Shelton. Gotta tell you, Shelton was playing with fire then. Giving Fritz a chance to get in that rally, that was not a good idea. All right. Deuce. Shelton serves. Into the body of Fritz. Return goes in somehow. Into the forehand of Shelton. Fritz with a slice. Shelton with a slice up the line as Fritz gets it back with a forehand to the backhand of Shelton. Fritz backhand cross court. Shelton hits it long. Fritz got another break point. Advantage Fritz. Now let's see how Raducanu's serve looks. Her leg is bandaged. Let's see if that has any impact. So to the forehand of Vekic. Return the backhand of Raducanu. Vekic with a forehand again. The backhand of Raducanu. Raducanu hits it out, love 15. All right, advantage Fritz. Fritz returns to the forehand of Shelton. Fritz backhand again. Into the forehand of Shelton. Fritz gets it back with a slice. Shelton backhand cross court. Fritz is defending well, but hits in the net eventually, and Shelton gets back to deuce. Love 15 Vekic. By the way, Matteo Berrettini is in the front row, sitting right near Stefan Edberg. Why is Berrettini, is he there because he's just one of the... Is he the... No, he's not the defending champion. He's just being a champion, I guess. I don't know. Is it like Champions Row? Is that what that is? Demonor is playing, by the way, as well. So we'll stay tuned with him as well. All right. Deuce. Shelton trying to keep this break. And Raducanu is in trouble. Love 30. And she hits a winner. It's 15-30. All right, advantage Shelton. Shelton serves the fault. Second serve. Please don't put scores in the chat. As we forehand now from Shelton to the backhand of Fritz. Shelton with a forehand again. Into the backhand of Fritz. Shelton. Is he hitting another drop shot? All right. And Fritz gets it back. We get the deuce. It's a big game. And we got break points already against Raducanu. 15-40. All right, 15-40. And Fritz with a great shot. He gets a break-back point. Another break-back point. All right, Raducanu in trouble. 15-40. 15-40. As we assert another forehand of Vekic up the line to the back of Raducanu. Vekic with a forehand again. Into the forehand of Raducanu. It's Vekic. Gets the break. All right. Raducanu makes the error. Vekic has a 2-love lead to start this final. Another game point here for Shelton. Shelton is drop-shotting Fritz to death. By the way, Fritz does Does he have tape on his legs, or was that just a blur? Yeah, please don't put scores in the chat. We have scoreboards, and I'm speaking out loud. All right, nice serve right at the body of Fritz. Shelton holds. He's got 5-3. Solid hold eventually. All right, 5-3. That was a long-ass game. Vekic got the break already. 2-love. 2-love. All right, Fritz going to serve to stay in this set. You have a lot more energy today. Yeah, I think it's just earlier in the day, and also fresh air and flu medication. Raducanu 15-love. We'll see how long I last. I might only got 2 hours of battery life, and then in 2 hours I might just crash. So we'll find out. As the return goes in from Raducanu, the backhand of Vekic. Raducanu backhand again to the backhand of Vekic. Up the line is... Ooh, is it out? No, it's in. Great shot, Vekic. 30-love. All right, 15-love. Fritz tries to hold. Make Shelton serve for this set. 30-love. All right, 30-love Vekic. She is on fire. 30-love. Who is the higher ranked? Who are the high level? Fritz or Shelton? I think at this point in their careers, I think they're pretty even. They've both got a 1,000. They've both got multiple titles. Probably Fritz slightly has more experience. Final of a Grand Slam. But Shelton's not too far behind. 40-love Fritz. And 40-love Vekic. Vekic, great serve from Fritz. All right, Shelton's going to serve at the set. 5-4. Vekic, with a 2-love lead, is also trying to extend that. All right, Shelton serving for the set. All right, Vekic serves. In the back on Raducanu, forehand from Vekic. Into... Nope, that's out by Vekic. All right, 40-15. 40-15. So selfies. Is that... That's not Stefan Edberg, is it? No. It's definitely Boris Becker. That is definitely Stefan Edberg, right? Is it? Maybe it's not. Is it? He's wearing glasses. He's wearing sunglasses. I can't tell. Is that Stefan Edberg? Definitely Matteo Berrettini. 3-love Vekic. Is it Stefan Edberg? It must be, right? Did I watch the World Cup? No, I wore this by accident. Demon sluggish start? That's not good. I keep showing random people in the crowd in Stuttgart, and I have no idea who any of them are, but they're probably all famous, and that's my bad. I don't know who they are. All right. Let's see if Shelton can serve for this first set. How did Turkey lose to Australia? Because they underestimated us. Underestimating Australians has been a... it's always a mistake. All right, Shelton serving for the set. Here come the storms again. No, I think the weather's going to be okay. Are you talking about in your house, or are you talking about in the tennis? That goes the net from Fritz on the return. 15-love. Oh, he's already done a break. All right, 15-love Shelton. So 10 minutes in. Vekic already 3-love is quick. All right. Shelton serves in a fault. Second serve. Serve again from Shelton. And Fritz in the net return. 30-love. All right, Raducanu trying to get on the board here. 3-love, or love 3 down already. Cam loves calling 2 matches at once. Yeah. I'd call 3 if I could. All right, Fritz hits a wide. We got set points for Shelton. 40 love. I mean, we got Shelton versus Fritz, top 10 clash on grass to 2 guys that could easily make a final of Wimbledon, especially with Alcaraz out. You don't think Shelton and Fritz are favorites to make the final against Sinner? So, like, obviously a must-watch. And then Raducanu breaking her title drought of however many years, 5 years, right, is a huge monumental achievement too. So, I mean, no shit we're doing 2 matches at once. 6-4. Shelton wins the first set. Only 1 break. Fritz couldn't get back that break once he gave it up. And the first set goes to Shelton 6-4. Only 1 ace from Shelton as well. 6 aces from Fritz. All right, Vekic's got love 30. Love 30. To get the double break here, Vekic. Raducanu in big trouble. Love 30. My Shack's up 2 love. Yep. All right, love 30. Raducanu serves again. As Vekic with a slice stretched forehand into the forehand of Raducanu. Vekic backing up the line in the net. 15-30. Would I say that Australia's a dark horse? No. No. Australia might get out of the group. Why is the scoreboard black supposed to be green for grass? Oh, I'm sorry. Is there a rule? I didn't read the rules. I'm sorry. Is there a rule book? Scoreboard must be green on grass. Is that a thing? I'm sorry. I didn't read the rule book on tennis streaming. Oh, wait. I wrote the rule book. So, no. The rule book is you can do whatever you want. 15-30. Who was the first person to do this? Oh, wait. It was me. And No. You can actually have a good scoreboard like this. You don't have to have a green scoreboard for grass. That's not a thing. 30-all. Raducanu trying to get on the board. As Raducanu serves a fault, second serve. Second serve. But maybe we should have a green, because then it'd be green and gold. Green and gold is a pretty popular color today. All right, Raducanu. She's got to save another break point. 30-40. All right, 30-40. Vekic for the double break. Fritz just trying to get off to a better start. As the return goes into the backhand of Raducanu. Vekic gets the double break. Raducanu unable to return. And we got a 4-love lead for Vekic. What a start. All right, Fritz trying to get off to a good start in this second set. Shelton with the slice. Fritz comes in with a volley, puts it away. Love 15. Love 15. Also, I need GMP to win today to make my team for next week really, really, really good. All right. 4-love Vekic. She is on fire. 4-love. By the way, Chad, if you want to see something really, really inspiring, watch Australia's win today. Trust me, you'll get you fired up. Unless you're Turkish. Then avoid at all costs. All right, Fritz holds 1-love in the second. All right, 15-love Vekic. If you're Turkish, I'd probably not watch highlights today. I'd avoid. But if you're not Turkish, you want some inspiration, watch Australia. All right, 15-love. As with a forehand into the forehand of Raducanu. Vekic with a slice. She can't get it. 15-all. 15-all. 15-0. One love Fritz, by the way. Scoreboard will update in a second, don't worry. It's just a little bit glitchy. It's just in shock. All right, 15-0. As Vekic serves again. And love 15 here for Fritz. By the way, check. Let's get to 1,000 likes. Why not? For Australia. All right, love 15. Fritz trying to take an early break in the second, but no good. Shelton too strong. 15-0. 15-30. Raducanu trying to get on the board here. No, it's all good, Dutchie. Don't stress. All good. All right, 15-30. Vekic to the serve. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Return is wide, and it's 30-0. 15-30 here. Fritz is looking at a chance here. I'm a USA fan, and now I'm scared of Australia. They look really good. They don't look. Just keep talking about like how we suck, and then we'll probably win. The more trash people talk, the better we get. So just like don't give us compliments. All right, Raducanu backing on the stretch into the forehand of Vekic. Raducanu can't get that one. Vekic too good. 40-30. Also, Shelton is in trouble. 15-40. Fritz with break points to start the second. Do Fritz and Shelton have like a let's play match of the year every time they play? Is that what they're doing? I think it's one of those things, right? Shelton, by the way, missed a sitter. 15-40. Australia's winning the World Cup now. Relax, we're not. We just want to get out of the group, all right? That's all we want. Just let us get out of the group. Raducanu with a good return. Then we get to deuce. We get to deuce. As we get a backhand off the tape from Fritz is a winner. Fritz get the break. Fritz got the break. 2-love in the second. Fritz gets the break. 2-love. He got a little lucky off the tape, but he'll take it. 2-love Fritz. Australia did beat Turkey. New microphone? Nah, same mic, different stream. Pardon me. Advantage Vekic. You got a 5-love. Vekic only lost to Blinkova. Didn't Raducanu beat Blinkova? Or was that Eala? Somebody did. We watched Blinkova this week. I don't know who it was, though. Was it Eala? No. Maybe. Yeah, it must have been Eala. Or did Raducanu? I can't remember. Chat, somebody Google it. Anyways, Vekic in the net, deuce. 15-love here for Fritz. Shelton returns back to Fritz. Back to Shelton on the stretch. In the net, 30-love Fritz. All right, Vekic serves again. And then puts a forehand away. Great shot, Vekic. Advantage Vekic for a 5-love lead. Australia, Paraguay. Now we're going to play US on Friday. That's the next match. It starts at 5 a.m. on Saturday morning. I'm either going to be here or I'm going to be in the city. I can't tell yet. Whether I'll be watching quarterfinals or I'll be watching people let off flares in the city. Forehand to backhand rally as Fritz comes to the net and puts it away. All right, 40-love Fritz. As the return goes back into Vekic. Forehand from Raducanu sliced into the backhand of Vekic. And Vekic hits an error. And back to deuce. All right, Fritz with an ace. He's gone up 3-love in the second. I tell you, Fritz and Shelton do not muck around. They do not mess about. They have somewhere to be. And that's... I think they're both playing Helen next week. So GMP versus Kovacevic is a match that I'm very interested in. As Vekic hits a backhand up the line. Raducanu's there with a forehand slice. Vekic with a forehand again. Inside out shot. That's a great shot. Raducanu's there with a slice lob, but Vekic puts it away. Advantage Vekic. Big smile. on Vekic's face. Advantage Vekic to take the 5-love lead. Shelton's got to try and fight back here. He's down a break already in the second set. Only 5 countries have won the World Cup. Isn't that crazy? That sounds... Is that true? Really? Only 5 countries in the history of the sport. That can't be right. I could name them. No, wait. There's more than 5. You've got England, Uruguay, Argentina, Brazil, Germany, France, Italy. Like, there's that 7. I already picked 7. And I don't even watch soccer. All right, 5-love Vekic. Five love. Spain, yeah, Spain. Maybe I read that question wrong. Or read that statement wrong. All right. 3 love, Fritz. He is off to a flying start in the second set. By the way, isn't Croatia and England playing this week? Ooh. It's going to be 5-0. Ooh, that'd be harsh. That'd be real harsh. Hey, thank you, Joshua, for the $20. I want to take a moment to give Australian soccer their flowers. Absolute amazing stuff last night. And as an American, I'm excited for this Friday's undefeated versus undefeated top defense versus top offense in the group. May the best team win. Hey, thank you for the 20. Appreciate that. Alerts are just turned off for these double headers because it's kind of crazy. What's this tournament director doing? Oh, trainer's coming out for Raducanu. Yeah, it's a leg. Yeah, Raducanu's not having a good time with that that injury that she got yesterday. She is not feeling comfortable out there. She slipped yesterday, similar to how Mboko slipped, and but instead of doing her knee, she kind of pulled her thigh muscle, and played Jovic with that injury, but ended up coming back and winning. So, yeah, not good. Hopefully she can play this final. It'd be disappointing if she had to retire. Love to be a sports fan now. Yeah, sports are the best. Chad, I might love sports more than anything else. Sports might be my favorite thing in the world. 40-15. We just need Demon Order to win today, and that'll be just a great day. Shelton to take the first game of the second for him. As we return now from Shelton, from Fritz into the corner, Shelton in the net. So Raducanu's getting some treatment, but she's back on court now, so she seems to be okay. I don't think it was an official timeout. I think it was more just a check. As with a forehand line from Raducanu, Vekic with a slice. Raducanu comes in and wins the point. 15 love. Raducanu trying to get on the board here. 15 love. Hey, Shubham, thank you for the donation. Vekic is on a mission today. Also sad that Krejcikova pulled out. Hope she's okay for Wimbledon. Her being unseated is dangerous. Oh, yeah. All right, Shelton on the board. 3-1. Fritz with a break in the second. As Raducanu serves. Raducanu is not going to withdraw from this final. There's no way. Not from the final of her home event. No chance. Double fault Raducanu. Oh, she just took the bandage off? She didn't get a medical timeout? Yeah. She had the doctor out, but didn't need... I mean, maybe she was just asking, like, about, like, do I need to... Can I get my leg rewrapped if I need to? Maybe that's what she was asking. Love 15, Shelton. Sports are the best. The New York Knicks finally won a championship after 53 years when my uncle used to play on the team. Oh, nice. What did he play with? Like Phil Jackson. As at a backhand... So 4-1 rally. Vekic with a slice. Raducanu. 4 up the line. Vekic with the backhand. And Raducanu makes the error. 15-30. 15-30. As Vekic, it's a lovely drop shot. Raducanu's not running for that. I mean, that's so smart by Vekic. 15-30. I don't think Raducanu's going to finish this final, even though I don't think she's going to retire in front of her home crowd. She might. I don't think if her leg is busted, she's not going to. She got to risk it for the next few weeks. Vekic in the net on the return, 30-all. Raducanu is just asking the coaches what to do. All right, Fritz 30-15. He's got the break already. Eala is kryptonite to Vekic. Lost two times. Yeah, Vekic has lost twice. I don't think Vekic is going to play next week. I don't think either of these ladies play next week. What happened to Emma? So yesterday, Raducanu slipped against Rakhimova and hurt her thigh, and then she got a medical timeout in that match. She then came back and played Jovic after that. She looked okay, but Jovic had a foot injury too, so maybe both of them looked a little bit sluggish yesterday. But Raducanu today just looks. She's definitely. She's getting outplayed as well. Let's not take anything away from Vekic. She's definitely getting outplayed. But when you're losing, you're going to focus on the negative stuff too and be like, oh, my leg hurts now. And, that's what happens. That's the part of the mental game. Like when you start to lose, you're going to start thinking about all the bad things that are going wrong for you, and the leg's going to hurt, and the scoreboard hurts, all these things. 4-4 rally. Now back in for Vekic is into the forehand of Raducanu. 30-40 here. Set point for Vekic. As Raducanu. Forehand again. Into the passing shot of Vekic. Too good. I can't play the noise, but Vekic. 6-love. What a start for Vekic. She is on a mission. Luckiest loser this week. She's not a loser, but that's what it's called. Is it a lucky loser? Luckiest loser of the week. 30 minutes. 6-love Vekic. 4-1 Fritz, by the way. He's taking over the second set. Vekic is a different class. But, compared to what? Jovic is pretty good. Castella's pretty good. Vekic, by the way, is playing much better than Jovic did yesterday. Jovic had a lot of errors. But 13 winners, 7 errors from Vekic. 4 winners, 8 errors from Raducanu. And Raducanu did not get a chance to break back. Didn't get to put any pressure on the Vekic serve. Vekic is on a mission. 4-1 Fritz in the second. Shelton serves. Oh, nice kick from Shelton. Been watching Rafa. As it a point now from Shelton to the forehand of Fritz. Shelton forehand on the stretch. As Fritz comes to the net and Shelton slices in the net. Love 15. All right. I'm missing seeing Carlos. Yeah. I miss Alcaraz as well. Shelton with a great serve, 15-all. Raducanu's had a really good week, is clearly a bit hurt, and Vekic is on fire. Why are people so unfair? People are just people. Look, Raducanu haters are very unoriginal. So, I don't expect anything less. If Raducanu had lost, even if Raducanu had lost in a tiebreak, you'd be hearing the same things. You'd be hearing a lot of people shit talk. So, it happens. These people are very unoriginal. They'll copy and paste the same thing when we watch Eala. They'll copy and paste the same thing when we watch Fonseca. Like, it's a very generic things. You know? Like, you can guess what they're going to say a mile away. 15:30. Fritz a chance to get the double break here. It's just a shame that Raducanu is not more competitive here. Because they've never played before, but this feels like it was a very good matchup. Could have been a really good matchup if Raducanu can get it together in the second. Maybe she's nervous too, Raducanu. I mean, playing a massive tournament, in front of your home crowd. Maybe she's a little concerned about that as well. But a bit nervous from that, but that should subside. It's been 30 minutes. All right, 30-40. Break point for Fritz for a double break. Shelton serves again. Fritz looking for that double break. Good return, Fritz. Oh, no, he missed it. All right, deuce. All right, deuce. Any news on Berrettini? Nope. He said he's fit for Wimbledon. He's going to try and play Wimbledon. I think he's not playing next week, but as Shelton hits a lovely volley. Advantage Shelton. Myshak up 5-2. God damn it, that's not good. All right, Vekic 30 love. There's Raducanu backhand into the backhand of Vekic. Drop shot Vekic. It's too good. Yeah, see, Vekic is playing so smart too because she knows Raducanu's worried about her leg. She is not. She is just making Raducanu, or like testing Raducanu with every shot. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna drop shot it. And if you want to run, run. If you don't want to run, don't run. And Raducanu clearly doesn't want to run. So Vekic is playing such a smart game, as well, which is she's just playing smart. 4-2 Fritz holds. Shelton holds. Fritz with the break in the second. 4-15 Vekic to get on the board first here. No, Alcaraz is withdrawn from Wimbledon like a couple of weeks ago, unfortunately. All right, 40-15 is with a backhand slice from Shelton into the backhand of Fritz. Shelton in the net, and it's 15 love. All right, 1 love Vekic in the second. Emma didn't attempt to run for that shot. Yeah, she's definitely... Raducanu is playing it safe. For sure. Raducanu is not... She's worried. She's playing scared. So it's either the injury that she picked up yesterday is worst for after a day, because yesterday she played the first match. She came back and played Jovic. She looked great against Jovic. She didn't, but then Jovic also had a foot injury. So again, like that might have just leveled the playing field. Both players injured, so they kind of leveled out. But then, having a night, the injury, sets in. You wake up in the morning, you're nervous, especially if it's something that could get worse. So, But again, Vekic is playing the smart game. Of course, if somebody's leg's hurting, you drop shot. If somebody doesn't want to run, you make them run. And then they either have to make the choice. Raducanu has to either run with her leg being injured or sore or whatever, and risk going for the shots, or just let Vekic hit winners. And right now, she's letting Vekic, toy with her. Raducanu doesn't want to risk it, which is super smart from Vekic. I mean, she's been around forever. Vekic, she knows how to play. She knows how to play against somebody who's not 100%. Especially a leg injury. She'd know that from yesterday, Vekic, because she saw Raducanu yesterday get injured. So, All right, 5-2 Fritz in the second, by the way. All right, 30 love Raducanu. Raducanu's not as fired up today as she's been this week either. She's very much more quiet. I mean, she has nothing to cheer for yet. Let's be real. She hasn't won anything yet, but she was definitely a lot more animated in the other matches. Maybe she just needs that little bit of adrenaline to forget about her leg. All right, 40 love. She might need a distraction, like the crowd getting fired up. All right, Raducanu to get on the board here in the second. Shelton's going to serve to stay in the second set against Fritz. Yeah, Vekic is very calm as well. She is not letting this... She is not worried. Also, she was the underdog coming into this match as well, Vekic. So, really got nothing to lose. And she's playing like it. All right. 40 love, Raducanu. As the backhand goes into the forehand of Vekic. Forehand now from Raducanu. And Raducanu puts away the winner. All right, she's on the board. It's 1-1. Raducanu gets on the board. The crowd have something to cheer. All right, love 15 here. Shelton serves into the forehand of Fritz. Return goes back into the forehand of Shelton. Shelton in the net. Love 30. Chance for Fritz to take this second set and take us to the third. Love 30. Crowd goes wild, yeah. Now she's got a big smile on her face, Raducanu. See, this might have just, got her thinking about something else instead of, worrying about... She might now start to run a little bit more. Get a little bit of an adrenaline hit, Also, winning your first game in a big final, she's probably like, finally. Now I can start this match properly. Like, mentally, she can restart the match, As Raducanu is a return winner, love 15. Here we go. That's all she needed. She just needed a game. It just took, 45 minutes. All right, 15-30 here. Fritz wants this second set right now. So now Vekic got to worry about the crowd because the crowd's starting to get into it now. And that's not what she wants, Vekic. She doesn't need to deal with the crowd as well. She was having it all working her own way. As Vekic hits it wide, it's love 30, Raducanu. Love 30. By the way, how many times have we seen somebody win 6-love and then come back and win anyway? Or somebody lose the first set 6-love and come back? It happens all the time. You saw me at the gym yesterday. Cool. Stalker above? Yeah. Stalker alert. 15-40. As the backhand return goes in from Fritz to the slice of Shelton. Fritz wants his second set. As Shelton gets it back again. Also, Vekic just trying not to get broken. And Fritz does take the second. 6-2. We're going 3, baby. We're going 3 in this. By the way, Fritz and Shelton's match has taken no time. It's been like an hour for 2 sets. An hour and 1 minute. There we go. All right, we're going 3. As Vekic, 15-30. Myshak took the first. Cool. 10 aces from Fritz, 4 aces for Shelton. They both broke each other in the match so far. Fritz had a lot more chances than Shelton in this match. As Raducanu with a big fist pump and a big shout. 15-40. That's the Raducanu that made the final. This is the Raducanu here. Just need to get that first game and just get a little bit loud. Now she's in the final. I thought Emma was injured. She is injured, but she's just not thinking about it anymore. 15-40. As Vekic serves. Into the forehand of Raducanu on the stretch. That's too good by Vekic. 30-40, good serve. $30-40. By the way, it's so funny how you can just tell people who have never played tennis or any sports ever. The people that are questioning, oh, now is she injured? yeah, well, if you've ever played sports and you've ever been injured playing sports, you'll also know that if you can, it's up and down. Like you can also feel the injury when, like that's why I said before, like when you're losing and things are going bad, the injuries hurt more. But when you start to win and you start to get adrenaline pumping, you don't feel those injuries anymore. But you have to go play tennis and you'll understand. Like go play a sport, and then you'll understand. Like that's just normal. Like the adrenaline starts pumping, and then you don't feel the injuries as much, or you can play through them. But hey, go play a sport and you'll figure it out. You'll like, oh yeah, now I understand. By the way, Deuce Vekic survives. All right, but Raducanu looks super locked in now. Tell you, if she gets a break here, this stadium will go crazy. Yeah, I'll play this tomorrow. By the way, round one Kanu is a wild thing to say in a final. Like, bro, you're like a week late. As with a final, like, that is like scraping the barrel. Backhand for Vekic. Goes into the slice of Raducanu. Raducanu's hustling a lot better, but Vekic got her on the run. Vekic backhand again. Now Raducanu gets a forehand cross court. Vekic on the stretch. Goes up the line. In the net. Great hustle, Raducanu. Advantage. Bro comes in with the round one Kanu. Bro, it's finals, mate. What are you doing? What are you up to, brother? Bro came in here. He's like, hey, I got nothing else. Round one Kanu? That sounds funny. It sounds funny if it's in the first round. If it's in the final, it's kind of lame, bro. That's all right. You go back to the drawing board, figure something else out. You'll get better. Don't worry. Use your brain, creativity, blah, blah, blah. Come back with something funnier. All right, advantage Raducanu. See, now I'm punchy. Australia won, I'm punchy. Meds kicked in, I'm punchy. Advantage Raducanu. Fritz, by the way, with a lovely volley, 30-15. Cam's trying hard to defend. Bro, I don't have to try hard when you guys are coming with up those stupid insults. You're making it easy. Raducanu breaks, by the way. Raducanu breaks. She just broke. It's 2-1 Raducanu. Like, it's easy to like come back to you guys when you got nothing. Bagel final Kanu. Okay, yeah. Congrats. She hit it. She got a bagel. But bro, have you ever watched a tennis match? Have you ever seen it come back from a bagel? It happens. Bro's like, oh yeah, it's over after one set. Yeah, no, we got best of 3, mate. Don't worry, you'll catch on. I remember my first tennis match. By the way, Shelton, his partner's in the house. What's her name? I know she's Dennis Rodman's daughter. What's her name? She's in the house. Fritz One Love. Fritz One Love. Yeah, every time. Yeah, look, everybody, just go back to your all the Raducanu haters. Just go back to the meeting. Come up with some new material, and then come back. Go back to the drawing board. Come back in here and then come up with something funnier. Trinity. There we go. Trinity. I knew it was a cool name. Yeah, she's in the house, which is cool to see. All right. One Love. One Love. Fritz in the final set. All right. Raducanu's got the break now. 2-1. And a hush goes over the chat. Shh. Everybody goes quiet. Oh no, she's up 2-1. No, I look silly. Well, you said it, not me. All right. That goes out by Fritz. No, it goes out by Shelton. Love 15. Why be funny? The same jokes have lasted the past 5 years. No, they haven't. That's what you think. You think it's funny. It's not being funny at all. You're being boring as hell. Go get some new material. Nah, Love 15 is Shelton. I can't tell you, Shelton's starting to make some errors. He gets away with that one, though. 15 all. Beautiful drop shot. That was what he was drop shotting Fritz in that first set to death. All right, Raducanu, 15 Love. She's got some energy now. And the crowd have got something to cheer. I tell you, Raducanu in the crowd, when they're going, they can be A tricky combo. That's all she needed, Raducanu. She needed to give first. Raducanu needed to hold serve earlier to give the crowd something to cheer for, and then she could feed off the energy. It's hard to feed off the energy when the crowd have nothing to cheer. You know what I mean? 15-0. Shelton, by the way, he's in trouble. He came to the net with a volley, but Fritz too good. God, Fritz is so good. Fritz is so good on grass. 30-15. As Raducanu serves a fault, second serve. Lucky Kanu at an ATP 150 draw. Yeah, bro, that makes no sense on so many levels. Bro made no sense. Lucky Kanu on an ATP 175 draw. Yeah, bro, you gotta make sense. You gotta go back to you're not even making sense. You're so mad, you're not even making sense. You just see red. You're like, oh, I don't even understand what's happening. I don't understand tennis. I'm gonna just rage, bro. You need to, I don't know, splash some water on your face. Take a deep breath, bro. You're mad, bro. You're mad. Can't even type straight. 30-0, by the way. Shelton's in trouble. Bro's coming in here talking about ATP. Well, we're not even watching the ATP on. Like, Raducanu plays WTA. Get that. Come on now. At least get the basics right. All right, that goes out by Fritz. Shelton with a big scream. All right, 40-30. Shelton to get on the board. Rage baiting camp's fun. That's what the internet's for. It's for entertainment, right? At least we're all having fun. 15-30. As Raducanu to back here, went up the line. 30-0. See, the thing is, if Raducanu does come back to win, you know those people are going to disappear. That's the sad part. They're going to disappear, and they're not going to stick around for the rest of the rest of the stream. But that's all right. I get it. I'd run too. I'd run in fear too. You know, I'd hide. Anyway, it's 1-0, final set. Fritz, great serve, 15-love. Raducanu trying to keep this break. As Vekic returning to the forehand of Raducanu. Into the forehand of Vekic now as Raducanu wins the point. Vekic making some errors. Raducanu shaking the fist, 40-30. 40-30. Flop Kanu. Oh, okay. Good one. Good one. I haven't heard that one before. Yeah, good one. Where'd you get that from? Who'd you steal? Did you steal that off Twitter? Good one. 40-30. Back air return goes in the foot of Raducanu. Vekic off the tape. Goes wide. Raducanu keeps the break 3-1. And Vekic starting to get a bit annoyed. Raducanu looking for more advice from the coaches. 40-love here, Fritz. It's nice to troll the trolls. It's easy to troll the trolls. The second they go, are you triggered? You know that they've thrown their phone across the room and they've had to pick it up and ask that. You know, oh, are you triggered? No, I'm fine. Are you? Are you fine? Are you okay? Are you good? Are you all right? Are you sure? Are you good? Fritz 2-1. They've just thrown their phone across his room. God, he got me. And then they went, oh, you're triggered. Am I? Okay. Are you all right, though? Are you okay? We're all worried about you. You're on quiet. 2-1 Fritz. 2-1. Hour and 20 minutes. This final is flying. Great hitting from Fritz. Demons up 2-love. Let's go. Let's go. All right, 15-0 here, Vekic. I tell you, on a real note, if you want some actual tennis insight, Vekic's probably getting a little nervous. I mean, she, was up. She won the first set so easily. She's probably thinking, "I'm going to win this thing." So she got to lock back in. It was maybe a little bit too easy for her in the first set. She was thinking this might be a little bit too like this. I'm going to win this final without breaking a sweat. But now Raducanu's making her work for it. As Raducanu misses that one. And Raducanu's starting to smile again. We didn't see that in the first set. All week she's been pretty happy, Raducanu, this week. She's been, even despite yesterday getting injured, And when I say injured, injured is probably a little too intense. Getting hurt, like she had a sore leg. Let's not call it an injury because she wouldn't be. You know, injuries are like what Mboko has an injury, right? Right? Raducanu got hurt yesterday. She has a sore leg. Let's just, there's a difference. The intensity is different, right? There's different levels of hurting, getting hurt, right? As Vekic holds 3-2. All right, 2-1 Fritz. 2-1 Fritz. As Fritz comes to the net with a slice. Up goes a lob, but it's not high enough from Shelton, and Fritz puts it away. Love 15. Chat, you need to start trolling those trolls for me. So when I look at the chat, I want to see you I want to see you get them back. Don't let them take this chat over. You don't need this shit. You chase them out. All right, Fritz slipped over. He's all right, though. He's all right. Gives a thumbs up. 15-0. Good serve from Shelton. You get him. You get him, Chad. You have my permission to get him. All right, Raducanu with the break in the second. 3-2. If Vekic pulls out, Eala gets a bye in the first round. No, Vekic will get a lucky loser will come in. I don't think Vekic or Raducanu play next week. That guy signs upside down. Sir, madam, your sign's upside down. Kid, hey kid, your sign's upside down. It says, Ami Og Sell. I can't read it backwards. It said, let's go Emma, but it was backwards. You got it upside down. He's just like, woo. Good for them. All right, Raducanu with a break, 3-2 in the second. Shelton 30-15. All right, Shelton with a 4-1 up the line for a winner. And it's 40-15 Shelton. I was wondering, at first, I'm like, what is that the lady sitting behind Boris Becker? I'm like, who is... I'm like, she's got like a Ben 10 shirt. I'm like, what the hell is that? And then I'm like, it's his girlfriend. They cut the screen away. I'm like, is that Boris Becker? And I'm like, what's that lady's shirt say? That lady is Trinity Rodman, and it says Ben 10. All right. As Shelton just nailed someone in the front row with a serve. That's called a tattoo. 2-0. Shelton holds. All right, 15 love Raducanu. She's got the break in the second. As at a backhand up the line from Vekic. Raducanu volley, cross-court winner. Oh, she missed it. No. Did she miss it? Vekic looking all kinds of stressed now. 30 love. Great shot for Raducanu. Fonseca starts in a few days. I want to see Fonseca versus Zverev. Can we have that match next week, please? Next week, we got some crazy matches. All right. 30 love Raducanu. As Vekic hits it out in the return. 40 love Raducanu. 40 love. Also, 30 love Fritz. As Fritz tries to keep this lead, I tell you, I'm not going to say it because we don't say that word, but final set, what's up. 40-15, Raducanu to keep this break. And 40 love Fritz. He holds 3-2. Fritz, final set. Rublev, Hurkacz, Fonseca, Zverev, Bouze versus Hodar. Yeah. Shelton versus Kyrgios. All right. Never ends. Cam, you need to learn not to block people. Oh, okay. So I just let people say whatever they want with no consequence? Okay, good idea. Let's just let the chat go wild. And with no moderation. Good idea. I'm sure everyone will not misbehave or say ridiculous things. I'm sure everybody will be very cordial. It's the internet, bro. Have you ever been here? Welcome to the internet. All right, 4-2 Raducanu. Raducanu with the break in the second. She keeps the break. Also, super windy over in Stuttgart. Are you going to have Zverev? Are you going to have Zverev in the grass season? I am going to have him next week because he's so consistent. All right. I love it when chat trolls the trolls. All right, 4-2 Raducanu. As the return goes in the forehand of Vekic. Raducanu with a forehand again to the backhand of Vekic. Backhand of Raducanu now is Vekic. Forehand inside out. Goes wide. God, Vekic is missing everything by this much now. Love 15. Just overhitting. Just slightly. Self-moderation. Yeah, think before you press enter. Love 15, Raducanu. She's got the break already in the second set. 3-2 Fritz. All right, 15 all Vekic. Nice hitting as Fritz goes to love 15. Fritz has a better head-to-head against Zverev. True. If they play next week, we'll watch. We'll see what happens. All right, forehand now from Shelton's a winner. That's 15 all. Nice hitting from Shelton. As Raducanu goes to forehand of Vekic. Forehand now from Raducanu into the forehand of Vekic again. As Raducanu with another forehand up the line. Vekic gets it with the backhand, but overhits it again. Another one that missed by this much. 15-30. Raducanu, chance to get that double break, or at least get a break point to get that double break. All right, 15-30. Vekic looks so stylish in the white jacket. I agree. She's a very stylish player, isn't she? All right, 15-30. Joshua's on a tear. All right, 15-30. Joshua's on a... I respect that. Joshua's going. Joshua's taking everyone down. All right, good serve down the tee from Vekic. Second serve ace, I think. All right, 30-0. And Shelton's in trouble here. 15-40. Fritz with break points to get the break in the final set here. Demon 2-0 in the second. No! He was winning. What happened? What did you do? GMP won the first set. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. GMP. Make the main draw so I can keep you in my team. So, chat, tomorrow at the Hella Open, we have some matches, but we might not watch any of them. We might have a day off tomorrow. What? A what? A what? What do you mean? Anyways, Raducanu comes in at 30-all and hits a backhand straight to Vekic. Raducanu with a backhand again. Goes up the line. Vekic can't get that one. Raducanu 30-40 to get the double break in the second. Also 30-40 Fritz to get the break in the third. There's a bit of serve into the body of Fritz, but it's a fault. Second serve. Serving to the forehand slice of Fritz. Forehand drop shot from Shelton. Fritz can get there with a pass. Shelton with a volley. Fritz Headbutts it. By the way, Raducanu gets the double break. 5-2 Raducanu. Fritz can't get the break yet. Shelton goes straight for the head. And it worked. All right, Raducanu, 5-2 in the second. The crickets. Trainer's back out for Raducanu, just giving her some tablets. Probably for either pain or energy. Salt tablets or pain killers. As Shelton with an ace. Advantage Shelton. To level this final set. Raducanu's talking to the docs. She's taking some med. Could be. It's either going to be something to help her leg, or it's going to be something to help her energy. So yeah. All right, 3-0. Shelton holds. Three all. My Shaq is crazy good with only one knee. Yeah, what the hell? Why can't Demon Hall please win? It's been a great day for Australia so far. All right, 3-0. There's a slice into the forehand of Fritz. Lob goes up by Shelton. Fritz with a smash. Shelton with a forehand, but it's no good. 15 love. All right, Raducanu with the 5-2 lead. She's going to serve for the second. All right, 5-2 Raducanu. As Fritz hits a lovely passing shot, 30 love. All right. Raducanu lose the first point, love 15. Wasn't a bad approach by Shelton. I greet you from Paris. Hey, what's up? Shout out to Paris. 30 love Fritz. Serves again. Into the back of Shelton. Shelton hits a return. Winner? Did that land in? It did. What a shot. 30-15. All right. All right. Raducanu love 15. As with a forehand now from Raducanu into the backhand slice of Vekic. Raducanu comes in there with a volley, but she missed it. Vekic too good. Love 30. Raducanu just didn't get to the net quick enough. Love 30. Do you think Djokovic can still win Wimbledon without any preparation, or is Sinner heavy favorite? If Djokovic gets put down the bottom half of the draw and avoids Sinner, he could win, yes. I think if he's up the top with Sinner, like, I feel like people are underestimating Sinner ridiculously badly because, like, Jannik Sinner is, like, the defending champion. He was on a tear before he got tired at the French or got sick at the French. Like, Jannik Sinner's going to be, like, surely he's going to be out for, like, revenge. Like, just to, like, stamp his authority. You know what I mean? Like, why are we not expecting Sinner to come out and, like, play angry? Like, I don't understand why, like, we just kind of, like, discounting Sinner all of a sudden because he lost one match due to, you know, illness, right? I mean, we can call it what it is, but it was due to illness. All right, love 30. As with a backhand now from Raducanu goes wide. There's love 40. By the way, if he does win Wimbledon, you know the YouTube video is going to be all about, like, people are going to be, like, all the quotes are going to be, like, doubting him and all that kind of shit, and then he's going to be like, and then revenge was sweet. You know what I mean? Well, that's a great video. Please stop jinxing Sinner. Look, this is not Hogwarts. I'm not a wizard. I don't have magical powers. That's not how this works. Love 40. Backhand goes wide by Vekic, and Raducanu saves one. 15-40. How about Australia underdogs? Sorry, this one. 2. We got 2. 4-3, by the way, Fritz. Shelton's got to be careful. And Raducanu still down break point here, but she's got double break. Got the insurance. All right, 15-40. As Raducanu backing up the line, that's a winner. 30-40. Still break point here for Vekic to get back a break. $30-40. Vekic to get one of these breaks back. Pardon me. As Raducanu serves. Into the backhand of Vekic, and Vekic hits it out. Raducanu gets the deuce. No, I don't stream soccer. I do tennis. I actually want to not stream during that match because I want to go to the match I want to go to the city and watch that match. But I have a feeling that tennis is going to have other plans. Raducanu from Love 40 gets the deuce. As with a backhand now from Vekic into the forehand of Raducanu. Forehand from Vekic. Raducanu gets on the stretch. Vekic. Forehand up the line. That's too good. Advantage Vekic. All right. Advantage Vekic to get one of these breaks back. Stream the Aussie matches? No. I want to enjoy my sport, not stream it and stress. And then have everybody in the chat being like mean and bullying me. Like, I want to watch. I already get enough people coming in and bullying me when we watch Aussies play tennis. Let alone, can you imagine? I actually want to enjoy the World Cup and Australia's World Cup. You called it soccer, exactly. Anyways, Raducanu gets broken. Vekic gets one back. It's football, man. All right, Love 15. Shelton serves in the backhand of Fritz. Return goes short. Shelton forehand. Winner. 15-all. 15-all. All right, Raducanu still got the insurance break. Yeah, Deb, that's not how it works, but thank you. All right, Vekic serving to stay in the set now. Shelton hits a great serve, 30-15. All right. Shelton with an ace again, 40-15. Shelton and his serve is a monster. Love 15, Vekic makes an error. Round 2, Kanu. Oh, good one. We're in the final. Oh, round 2, Kanu. Yeah. That would have been funny like 4 days ago. But you're late. And final Kanu kind of is a compliment, so don't say that, otherwise then you can't call yourself a hater. Is it a forehand from Vekic? Into the forehand of Raducanu. Vekic with a backhand. Into the net. Love 30. Yeah, finals Kanu. Oh, well. Now you're a fan. All right, Love 30. Raducanu wants this break. Also 4-all. Shelton holds. We're getting serious. We're getting serious now. Someone's going to lift this trophy. I think it's a piece of glass that just has boss on it. In terms of trophies, it's pretty lame, but it is a 250 event, so let's keep our standards low. You know what I mean? Like, let's not expect so much from a 250 trophy. You know what I mean? But like Boss Open in a glass, made out of a glass, like it's like a it's like a glass doorstop. I mean, look, it's all right. It's fine. It's a 250 event. All right, it doesn't need to be a glamorous Wimbledon trophy. It's fine. Please stop putting scores in the chat. It's super annoying. All right, Raducanu 15-30, 2 points away. So the backhand from Raducanu into the backhand of Vekic, up the line of the forehand of Raducanu. Vekic on the attack. Raducanu slices it wide, and it's 30-all. All right, Love 15, Shelton. Uh-oh. 30 all Vekic. She really does need to... I mean, serving first in the third would definitely, if we do go to the third, would definitely help Vekic at least feel a little, maybe less nervous. And keeping in front will be nice. 30 all. Vekic serves. And the return goes in the forehand of Vekic. Raducanu backhand into the Vekic forehand. And Vekic hits it into the corner. Beautiful shot. 40-30 Vekic. 40-30. Fritz, by the way, he hits it in the net. It's 15-30. Fritz in trouble. Fritz in trouble. Shelton looking for that break to serve the championship. Can you also show everyone results? Just kidding. No, I don't have enough screens for that. 15-30. Is Piastri winning? It's a kind of an Australia theme today. 15-30. As Fritz serves in the backhand of Shelton, but Fritz comes in there and puts it away. 30 all. Vekic holds. Raducanu's going to try and serve this set again. 30 all. 30 all. Do you watch other sports? Yeah, I watch a lot of other sports. I try and watch as many other sports as I can. I didn't get to catch the NBA Finals today because I was sleeping, but I did get to catch the bit of World Cup, which is nice. Has the UFC thing been yet, or is that tomorrow? I think that's tomorrow, right? Shelton hits a winner, 30-40. That'll probably be while I'm asleep, so I won't be able to watch that. That's all right. All right, Shelton to break and serve for the championship in Stuttgart. Chat, we might be watching the Wimbledon finals here. That's why Shelton and Fritz is such an important match. Top 10 clash, which you know I love watching, and in 250 final, top 10 clash is ridiculous. As a forehand from Fritz, that goes out. Shelton's going to serve this title. Shelton is going to serve for the title. And if these two are down the bottom half of the draw with Zverev, and Djokovic is up the top with Sinner, one of these guys can make the final of Wimbledon. Fritz was not far away from pushing Alcaraz to 5 last Wimbledon in the semis. People forget. People have a short memory. They don't remember that Taylor Fritz is pretty damn good on grass. But Shelton's not bad either. Let's see if Shelton can win this title here. Has Shelton won a... Yeah, this would be Shelton's third title in the season on a third different surface, right? When was the last time that happened? By an American. 3 different titles on 3 different surfaces? Because he won Munich, he won Dallas, and 500s as well. I mean, that's got to be a record. He might be the first American to ever do it. At 500 level, he might be the first. Or the first since like Agassi or something. Because it seems like an Agassi thing to do. All right, backhand to backhand rally. Raducanu trying to win this set. His Vekic backhand is a drop shot. And Raducanu gets the point. Vekic in the net. That's a little lucky for Raducanu. Shelton's also saved match points in 2 matches this week. Just remember that too. All right. 15 love Raducanu. Raducanu serves again before the set, and Shelton is serving for the match. As with a serve from Raducanu. 15 love. As the return goes in the backhand of Raducanu. 4-0 from Vekic. Nope, Raducanu overhit it. 15-all. And Shelton serving this championship. 10 a.m. in Australia. Yeah, I'll be asleep. I'll wake up and see what happens. As we have a forehand now from Fritz, the backhand of Shelton. Fritz with the forehand. Again, the backhand of Shelton. Fritz forehand, the line goes wide. And Shelton just... So Fritz is hitting himself in the leg. 15 love. 3 points away, Shelton. Oh, by the way, this is not a 500. This is a 250. I'm getting confused with next week. But Shelton winning 3 titles on 3 different surfaces in the same season. That's got to be something that American tennis hasn't seen very much. All right. Raducanu. 15 all. She hits a forehand into the forehand of Vekic. Good hustle here from Vekic. And then Vekic up the line with a forehand. That's a beautiful shot. Raducanu slides it back. Cross court for a winner, though. And the crowd go wild. It's 30-15 Raducanu, and she's got a smile with her hands in the air. She's laughing, and everyone's going nuts. That's the kind of energy she needed. 30-15 Raducanu. She set this crowd on fire. They're going nuts now. Demonor's going 3, by the way. All right. Great hustle by Vekic, but Raducanu just had the extra shot. All right. Shelton, 15-0. Three points away from lifting this trophy against the defending champion. And kind of like the Stuttgart, the grass court Fritz, as we get a lovely winner by Shelton, 30-15. Raducanu's also got 30-15. Vekic on the stretch. Goes up the line. That's a great shot. Raducanu can't get it. Great hitting from Vekic. 30-0. Big point here. All right, 30-15. Shelton 2 points away. Shelton with a serve. There's a fault. Serve again. Raducanu. 2 points to take the second. Cruz Hewitt won his match. Nice. All right. Shelton serves. Into the floor of Fritz. Shelton comes in with a drive volley. Fritz with a pass. Shelton with a volley. Fritz with a lob. Shelton with a smash. Puts it away. Shelton's got championship points. 40-15. 40-15. Shelton to take the title. 40-15. Shelton with the serve. By Demonor. He wins the second. And Shelton with a big serve gets it done. I can't play the sounds. Shelton wins. Shelton gets it done. And he is the king of grass from an American standpoint at the moment. He's dethroned the prince of grass, Fritz. Just imagine the noises. Imagine the crowd noises, chat. Wow. Oh, my God. All right. GG's. Shelton gets it done. Fritz had a good week, though. Fritz has had a lot of injuries over the last couple of weeks on the clay. So it's good to see Fritz back and healthy. But Shelton, after saving match points in 2 matches, gets it done. And he, I think, if Demonor loses, he goes to number 5, I think. Does Shelton. As we get a 4-1 from Vekic. We get the deuce. Great win for Shelton. Caboli goes up to number 9. Does Fritz drop? Or is that he just overtakes? Is that for next week? Great win for Shelton. That is a great victory. All right, deuce here. Raducanu just had a set point. She's had a 5-2 double break lead as well, Raducanu. We're going to merge the streams after this game. As a return from Vekic, nice angle. Raducanu gets it back, though, and Vekic is going the wrong way. Raducanu. Set point again to take us to a third. That was a spot-on crowd cheer? I thought so. I mean, if you close your eyes, you wouldn't have known the difference. All right. Raducanu with a 4-1 winner. Set point number 2. To take us the distance in Queen's Club. All matches, by the way, today, except for the match with Krejcikova that didn't even start, are looking like 3. As we're going to find out from Raducanu, Vekic with the pass. Is a lob. That's just too good. Great lob by Vekic. We get back to deuce. Yeah, great week for Fritz as well. He, both of them, I mean, those two guys, like I said, if they're in the bottom half of the draw and they avoid Djokovic, they could both take out Zverev on grass and they could both be a chance of making the final of Wimbledon. Like Shelton Fritz in a semis of Wimbledon would be absolutely epic. And that could definitely happen. That could be we could have just seen a preview of the semis of Wimbledon. Right there. Winner plays Sinner in the final, you know. Anyways, backhand drop shot from Vekic, too good. Advantage Vekic to get back on serve. To get back on serve from 5-2. Now Vekic is smiling. She's having fun now. All right. Advantage Vekic. By the way, if you do want to jump on over, we are going to merge the streams. So if you're watching the Fritz match, jump on over. If you were watching the Shelton Fritz match, jump on over. As a return goes into the front of Raducanu, she hits a drop shot, but it's wide. Vekic back on serve. Oh, and the crowd's gone quiet. 5-5. All right, Shelton gets it done. He beats Fritz 6-4, 2-6, 6-4. And he is a champion on 3 different surfaces now. He's won in Dallas against Fritz on the hard courts. He's won a Munich title as well against Caboli, who was a French Open finalist. I mean, Shelton's having a pretty damn good year. And then he's just beaten Fritz on grass, which has been Fritz's safe place for a long, long time. So, great win for Shelton. Shelton is on fire this year. He just needs to make a final of the Slam, and maybe that could happen at Wimbledon. Maybe that's at Wimbledon. Maybe that's his first Slam final. But hey, what a win. Jump on over. We're going to watch the rest of this Vekic match and Raducanu. All right. All right, Raducanu is up 5-2. Vekic has saved multiple set points. And the momentum is with her as that goes out in the return from Raducanu. All right, now we can... There we go. All right. As with a forehand from Vekic. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Forehand from Vekic on the stretch. Raducanu up the line. Oh, overhits it. 30 love. All right, chat. Now I'm paying attention. That's all those shit talkers saying. What are they saying now? What are they yapping? What are they yapping about now, eh? What are they yapping now, eh? Has Vekic ever won a 500? I have no idea. All right, Raducanu forehand inside out. Good shot. Vekic hits it wide. And it's 30-15. You played 5 hours of tennis in the last 24 hours? That's insane. Are you okay? You're a beast. All right. 30-15. As Vekic serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Oh, return goes wide. 40-15. Vekic to take the lead. I like to be as positive as Shelton as you are, but it's disturbing how easily the top players handle him. What do you mean? He just won a title. All right, 40-15. Fritz is a top player. What do you mean? Come on. You're talking about, who are you talking about? You're talking about Sinner, right? Sinner and Alcaraz, yeah, he hasn't beaten them yet, but he doesn't get beaten badly by them. At least not Alcaraz. Alcaraz and Shelton have good battles. All right, 400 for Vekic. That's a winner. Raducanu didn't run for that. Oh, man, that's a shame. Hopefully, like I said, chat, with when it comes to having any sort of injury, you feel great when you're winning, but then if you start to go down, things start to hurt a little more. All right, Raducanu's going to try and stay in this match. Here we go. By the way, we've got 3,000 people now, so thanks for joining us. Appreciate you hanging in with me this week. It's been a long week. It's been a big week. We've watched a lot of tennis this week. And we're going to watch a lot of next week as well, so make sure you join us. I don't think either of these ladies will be featuring next week. I think they'll both probably take a week off. Raducanu, I don't think she'll play. I think her leg, she'll need to rest up for Wimbledon. She's no point in playing next week in a 250 event. And Vekic, I think if she wins this title, she won't play next week. She'll take the win and take a week off. She deserved it. So I don't think we'll see either of these ladies next week, even though they're both in the draw for next week. But that's just my guesstimation. I've watched a lot of tennis over a lot of years, and that would be my guess. And plus, if I was coaching one of them, I'd be saying the same thing. I'd be like, if you're Vekic, why would you flirt with form? And if you're Raducanu, why would you risk getting hurt more? Like, take the week, both take the week, and then, take the result. It's a good result. Both made the final, both, take the result, take a week off, Don't mess with it. All right. Here we go. Vekic leads. She's won 4 games in a row, and everybody in the crowd looks a little bit disappointed. Now, Raducanu has had multiple set points to take this second set, but obviously, as you can tell by the score, she didn't take the second set yet. By the way, chat, my feed is just completely flooded with Australia winning against Turkey. Chat, to say this is one of the greatest days in Australian sports history is not an understatement. That is an accurate statement, and if you know, you know. All right, 6-5. Raducanu serves. As the return goes to forehand of Raducanu, backing up from Vekic. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Vekic with a forehand cross-court into the net. It's 15-love. 15-love. All right, serve again. Cricket, no, soccer. Football. Soccer, football. Football, soccer. Soccer. Football. Backhand to backhand rally. As Raducanu into the forehand of Vekic. Again to the forehand of Raducanu. Vekic with the backhand. To the backhand of Raducanu. Raducanu in the net. 15-0. Raducanu's run out of steam. She looks stuffed. She needs energy. She needs to give. The problem with the crowd though is like you can rely on the crowd, but you got to give them something to cheer for too, right? If you lose 4 games in a row, it's hard for the crowd to get on your side. You know what I mean? It's hard for the crowd to like give you anything if you're not giving them something to cheer for. As Vekic is a great return. Slice Raducanu goes in the net. 15-30. Vekic is too strong. 15-30. Sounds are back. We'll get to the donations at the end of the stream. 15-30 or at the end of the set. Vekic 2 points away from winning a title as a lucky loser, which I don't think's happened. Has that happened this year? By the way, last year Queen's title won by a qualifier. This year Queen's title lucky loser. About to win. How about that for the Queen's Club title winners over the last 2 seasons for the ladies? Raducanu hits it out. We got match points, championship points for Vekic. 15-40. Vekic. I don't know if she's won a 500. Has she won a 500 before? I'm sure she has. Be one of her biggest trophies ever. And, not to mention, as a lucky loser, one of her most impressive runs at a title. As the return goes in the forehand of Raducanu. Raducanu puts it away, saves one, 30-40. This is a 500 event. Oh, she's only won 250s. Okay. So this would be her biggest trophy ever. And her most impressive run. As somebody who lost in the qualies. That's insane. All right, 30-40, match point number 2. For Donna Vekic. Raducanu serves. That's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. This is the final, yes. Second serve. Raducanu. Serving to the forehand of Vekic. Returning the net. Jeez, I'll tell you, that was a big second serve. Raducanu hit that second serve huge. And Vekic hit in the net in the return. I don't think she was expecting Raducanu to hit a big second serve, and she was about to hit a big second serve return off what she thought was a slow serve that never came. All right, deuce. Raducanu survives. Serving to the backhand of Vekic. Returning his forehand of Raducanu up the line. Vekic passing shot. Raducanu volley. Vekic's going to get there with a pass. Too good. Too good. Raducanu too safe. And she knows it. Advantage Vekic. Raducanu just kind of shrugs her shoulders like, yep. Didn't put that volley away. Third championship point for Vekic. As Raducanu serves. Into the forehand of Vekic. Return goes into the forehand of Raducanu. And she puts it away, Raducanu. Raducanu's like, no, I'm good. Not yet. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. Raducanu's, she's not done yet. She wants to keep playing. 3 championship points saved. Deuce. And Raducanu serves. Into the forehand of Vekic. Return the forehand of Raducanu. Vekic with the backhand on the stretch. In the net. Raducanu advantage. And this crowd getting a little bit louder. Advantage Raducanu. To fight for the tiebreak. Raducanu serves. Into the forehand of Vekic. Return goes back into Raducanu. Vekic on the attack. Raducanu gets it right with the backhand up the line. Vekic gets it with the forehand. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Vekic backhand. Into the forehand of Raducanu again. Vekic. Drop shot. Raducanu's going to get there. Vekic with a forehand pass. Raducanu with a volley in the net. Raducanu had the whole court, but Vekic hit it too hard. Too much power from Vekic. Deuce. All right, we get to deuce. As we get a serve again. Raducanu saved a bunch of championship points. And she serves out wide the forehand of Vekic. Return goes out. Solid serve. Advantage Raducanu. Raducanu to take us to a tiebreak. Now remember, Vekic has had championship points. Raducanu's had set points. So going into this tiebreak will be very interesting if we get there. Raducanu serves. Down the tee, that's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Vekic. Return goes forehand of Raducanu. Vekic with the backhand. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Vekic. Forehand again. Raducanu goes up the line. That's a great shot. Vekic slices it back. Into the backhand of Raducanu. Vekic backhand again. Goes long and Raducanu does get to the tiebreak. We're going to the breaker. Chad, who's winning the tiebreak? Who have you got winning this tiebreak? Remember, Vekic has had multiple set points. Oh, sorry, match points. Raducanu's had multiple set points. Been over an hour for this set as well. Long set. Can Raducanu go the distance? She's up 5-2 in this set too, Raducanu. Who's winning this tiebreak? Let me know. Vekic, Raducanu, Raducanu. Vekic in 2. Raducanu. Any chance that you come to Vancouver to support? I wish. I wish. All right. Vekic serving first. Remember, the winner of this will lift... Well, Vekic will lift her biggest trophy. Raducanu will lift a big trophy for the first time in nearly 5 years. Great serve, Vekic, down the tee. 1-0. 1-0. Raducanu. Raducanu serves again. Into the forehand of Vekic. Return goes forehand of Raducanu. Vekic. Forehand into that Raducanu. Forehand. Vekic. Hits it up the line wide. Ooh. She went for it, Vekic, but she missed. 1-1. Is de Minaur on serve or is he up a break? Wait, Raducanu plays Pliskova next week? Yeah, not happening. Raducanu's not playing next week. No chance. No shot. Not playing. Serve out wide. Into the forehand of Vekic. Forehand of Raducanu up the line. Vekic's going to get there with the backhand. As Raducanu backhand again. The backhand of Vekic. Drop shot Vekic. Raducanu gets over the slice. Vekic with the pass. Oh, is it in? I think it landed in. Yep, Vekic hit it in. Just. Vekic made that way harder than it had to be. She hit the outside of the line. And that would have been a horrible miss if Vekic hadn't hit that in. If Vekic had missed that, that would have been a shocking miss. But she hit it in. Luckily, she did all the hard work, and then almost mucked it up at the end. All right, 2-1 Vekic. She gets a mini break. Jeez, that was too close. Great drop shot. That was the better shot of the two. Up the line was that was way too close for comfort. 2-1 Vekic. Serve to the forehand of Raducanu. Return the forehand of Vekic. Raducanu with the backhand to the backhand of Vekic. Raducanu. Backhand cross court again. Vekic gets it back cross court. Raducanu slice. Vekic comes to the net with a forehand. Raducanu with a passing shot in the nets. 3-1. Looks like Raducanu's starting to run out of gas as well. She is looking exhausted. 3-1. Vekic with the mini break. 3-1. Vekic serves again. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Return goes to the forehand of Vekic. Raducanu forehand is good. Vekic goes into the net. Up towards the lob by Raducanu. Vekic with a forehand drive volley winner. Too easy. 4-1. 1 mini break. But Vekic got the lead. 4-1. She's 3 points away, Vekic. 4-1. Tie breaks the first of 7, yeah. 4-1. Raducanu packed for a pre-Wimbledon photo shoot. God, yeah. Do you ever say anything nice, Raul? Are you just like... Do you ever say anything positive? I feel like you'd be... real negative person to be around. As Raducanu serves an ace, 4-2. The day he says something nice is the day that he bumped his head. 4-2. It ain't happening. Great commentary. Great comment. Appreciate that. Chat, tell me nice things. Tell me how good Australia is. 4-2. Great channel. Thank you. Thank you. Arthur. Great name. 4-2. It's only 1 mini break. Adelaide is the best. Is it? Okay. I'm from Melbourne, so yeah. All right. Raducanu serves. Out wide of the forehand of Vekic. Great return. Raducanu goes back behind Vekic. Vekic somehow gets it back. Raducanu. Forehand in the middle. Vekic slice. Raducanu with a volley. Vekic backhand pass. Raducanu puts it away. That is a hell of a rally. Raducanu made that way harder on herself than it needed to be, but she won the point, so it doesn't matter. 4-3. Your hair looks good. Thank you. All right. 4-3 Vekic. Give Adelaide the AO? No. Hands off. Australian Open's in Melbourne and Melbourne only. Why would you? You don't need it. We got this. We got the Australian Open on lock, right? You got your own tournament. Just come from Adelaide to Melbourne and watch the Australian Open here. Right? It's better here. 4-3. All right, serves a fault. This is definitely the best Australian-based tennis channel run by someone named Cam. Now, I think so. You got no. Come on, don't be rude. It's the best channel in the world, tennis channel in the world, run by someone named Cam. Right? Got to get it right. It's in the world. Right? We've got people all around the world. This is the best channel in the world, best tennis channel in the world, run by someone named Cam. All right? Get it. You got to get that right. Give me that at least. Give me that title. All right? Not Australia, the world. All right? By someone named Cam. All right, 4-4, by the way. Raducanu gets the mini break back. Vekic serves in the back of Raducanu. Return goes to front of Vekic. Raducanu, the backhand cross court. Vekic goes up the line. Raducanu forehand cross court into that forehand of Vekic. Now Raducanu on the stretch. Hits it out. It's 5-4 Vekic. Raducanu. I don't know. If she does go 3, I don't know if Raducanu's going to have gas in the tank. Can you take off your glasses quickly? How was that? Is that quick enough? Hang on. Let me just. Ready? That was quick. Gotcha. Yes, I can. The answer is yes, I can. Just don't call me Michael Bublé. All right, 5-4. Vekic, 2 points away. Serving to the forehand of Vekic. Return goes forehand to Raducanu. Vekic. Backhand. Into that Raducanu forehand. Vekic. Pushing Raducanu back. As she goes cross-court. Raducanu. Vekic with a forehand. Raducanu back in control now. Vekic with the pass in the nets. Ooh. 5-0. And Vekic is starting to get stressed. She's slapping her leg. She's starting to get stressed, Vekic. She don't want to play 3. This crowd, you're like, well, too bad. We want to play. We want another set. 5-0. It's not 4-0. Don't put scores in the chat. It's confusing. Especially when they're wrong. Paul. Raza. These people out here. What are they doing? 5-5. Raducanu. She's had set points. Vekic has had championship points. Big point. First of the fault, though. Second serve. Second serve. Second serve. Paul, you're out. Second serve. As a return from Vekic goes into the back of Raducanu. Vekic. Forehand is good. Raducanu gets it back. Cross court. Vekic. On the attack. Raducanu slices it back. Vekic comes to the net. Raducanu puts up a lob. It's going to go wide. 6-5. Vekic. Vekic just wanted it more. She went after it. Vekic just wanted it more. Championship point, Vekic, and it's on her serve. First one on her serve. Both players looking a little stuffed after that rally. That was a tough rally. 6-5 Vekic. Vekic taking her time here. She's like, I'm gonna take my time on this championship point. I'm serving. I can take my time now. All right, 6-5 Vekic. Championship point number 4. To win the biggest trophy of her career. Which kind of sounds random because she's been around for a while. Serve. There's a fault. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Raducanu. Return goes into the forehand of Vekic. Raducanu. Forehand up the line. Vekic is there with the backhand. Cross court in the net. Raducanu survives. And she slipped. It's 6-all. They change ends. 4 championship points. Vekic with a laugh. She's like, oh, I can't win this bloody match. And the crowd are like, yeah, let's play 3. Come on. All right. Here we go. 6-6. By the way, chat, don't forget to subscribe. We've got 5,000 people in the house. Thank you for joining. You're in the right place. And yes, Australia did beat Turkey 2-0 when everybody doubted us, chat. Everybody. The Turkey captain was like, "Oh, we're going to dominate Australia." Bullshit. You don't even know. They doubt everybody. We're going to take down America on Friday. Bring it on. Top the group. 6-0. You doubt Australia at your peril. As a backhand return goes in the forehand of Vekic. Raducanu backhand cross court. Vekic gets with a backhand up the line. And it hits the line. And Vekic gets another set point, match point, championship point. And Raducanu is looking at the Hawkeye. Call it out. Nah, it's on the line. Great shot, Vekic. 7-6. Vekic. But it's on Raducanu's serve. Fifth championship point for Donna Vekic. Raducanu just, in this tiebreak, hasn't been able to get any free points of Vekic, except for that one at like 4-3. That was about it. All right, Raducanu serves. Match point again for Vekic to win the biggest trophy of her career. Serve down the tee, the forehand of Vekic. Return goes in the back of Raducanu. Vekic, backhand again to the back of Raducanu. Deep into the forehand of Vekic. Raducanu on the stretch. Goes to the forehand of Vekic, who starts to attack, but Raducanu makes her move backwards. Now forehand Raducanu again to the forehand of Vekic. It's Raducanu inside out forehand. Vekic gets there with the backhand. Raducanu inside out forehand goes wide. Vekic falls to her knees. Finally, she wins the championship. The biggest trophy of her career. On her fifth championship point, she just, woo. Raducanu had a great week. Shame that she couldn't take it 3. But Vekic is a lucky loser. She lost in the quali. She didn't even make it to the main draw. She lost. Got a second chance because Bencic, no. Who pulled out? Somebody massive pulled out and she came in. Kostyuk, I think it was. She came in for Kostyuk, I think. And she takes the championship. I think it was Kostyuk, right? She replaced Kostyuk? She came in. I think, yeah, it was Kostyuk. Because Bencic got replaced by Rakhimova. She took out Buzkova, Pliskova, Bolter, and Raducanu in the final. And she is the champion. Biggest trophy of her career. She has won 4 trophies before this. She has also made the semifinals of Wimbledon, so it's not like we're not used to seeing her do well. Also, silver medalist at the Olympics a couple years back. But let me just double check the other trophies she's won. So she's made it. She actually has a terrible record in finals. 15 finals. She's only ever won 4 titles before today. 10 runner-ups. But yeah, biggest trophy of her career. She's also won Monterrey. That was 3 years ago. 2021, she won a hard court event in Italy. Nottingham, she won on the grass back in 2017. So she has won on grass before. Also beat Konta in that final back in 2017. And she also won in 2014 on the hard courts of Malaysia. So 5th title in her career, biggest trophy of her career. She has played a lot of grass court 500s. In Germany, she played the Berlin Open a couple years ago and also Bad on Berg, lost both those finals. So 3rd time lucky on a grass court 500 level. Donna Vekic gets it done. I don't know what her ranking is. Let me have a look. If you are leaving, don't forget to stop on the way out. We got next week, which is going to be a busy, busy week. So Vekic is now ranked number, I'm going to say 50 something. Maybe? No. Where is she in the ranking? She disappeared. She's unranked. Where is she? She can't be top 30. Oh, she is. She's 32. Woo, okay. She's up to 32. And Raducanu's at 31. So they're both in the seeds. Now, Baptista's going to withdraw, and also Mboko. So they are going to be in the seeds at this stage. But obviously next week we'll determine that. And both of them, I mean, I don't know if they play next week, but they probably have to if they need to get seeded at Wimbledon. So, yeah. Because Eala, Siniakova, Wong, Samsonova are all trying to get seeded as well. So they might have to play if they want to get seeded at Wimbledon. But yeah, at the moment, they're in the top 32 seeds. All right. But a good week for Raducanu as well. And I know, half the chat's going to say Go talk shit. But, that's nothing new. But she did have a good week, Raducanu. Had a very good week. Beat Castella, who's had a great season up to this stage. Beat Jovic, who just beat Anisimova. So good wins from Raducanu. And just got off to a really slow start in this final. Maybe distracted by the leg that she injured yesterday. Maybe that was on her mind and wasn't fully locked in at the start. But Raducanu's had a good week. And making the biggest final since the US Open. And she's made 2 finals this year, Raducanu. People forget about that one she made where she lost to Castella at the start of the year. But 2 finals this year, Raducanu is, that's consistency. And definitely with her, with her coach, her US Open winning coach, back in the box, definitely looked really good this week too, Raducanu. Definitely has, there's a lot of promise for Raducanu going forward. So Raducanu fans, get excited. Because we know how dangerous she can be at Wimbledon. Just got to make sure she's healthy. She is going to be scary, and that crowd is going to make it even scarier. Demon struggling? Oh, God. Now what? What's he doing? Her serve looked good too. Yeah, Raducanu looks so solid this week. But yeah, a lot of confidence out of this week for Raducanu. Congrats to Donna from the Philippines. Hey, shout out to you. By the way, I at the start of the match, I thought they won't play next week, but with the fact that the rankings are on the line, I think they will. I mean, Vekic kind of needs to play next week to solidify her ranking. Also, Raducanu kind of needs to play too, but I got a feeling Raducanu won't play next week and just let the chips fall, where they may. And if she gets seeded, good. If she doesn't, she doesn't. But Vekic kind of has to play. There's no reason for her not to, except for the fact that she's got to play Eala and then Raducanu. But yeah, I don't know. They kind of, if they want to get seeded, it's in their hands, and if they skip next week, it's kind of out of their hands, and that's not what you want to be. I mean that Eala Vekic match is so important for the seedings at Wimbledon. The winner of that match might take one of the final seeds. You never know. So that match just became a lot bigger. But again, I don't know. Maybe they're both in the seeding, so maybe they don't need to play, but then they're risking that they're going to lose their spot. So do you do you not play next week and leave it to chance? Or do you play next week and at least try and solidify that seed so that you don't have to play Sabalenka in the first round? But Vekic isn't afraid of Sabalenka. She knows how to beat her, so... I don't think Raducanu will play next week, though. If she's any part injured, she'll take the week off. He can beat 3 top 10 players back to back to back. Who's that? I don't know who. He never won a 254. Oh, you're talking about Myshak. Yeah. Does Wong have... Oh, wait. Wong has points to defend. Ooh, okay. So that actually might... I think Raducanu's going to pull out next week. I don't think she plays... She's got to play Pliskova first round. So, I mean... Not a great first round matchup over in Nottingham, especially if you're not 100%. I think Raducanu might pull out. Because if I'm looking at this... So the seeds... Remember, the seeds lock in next Monday, right? So we've got no Mboko, so everyone goes up 1. We got no Baptiste. Everyone goes up 1. Felinska's not quali. Like, she might have to play qualies. Everybody goes up 1. So there's 3 players in that top. And also, like, Kostruk's not a sure thing, right? She's injured. Anisimova, what's going on with her? She pulled out this week. Potapova, I think, has got an injury. So there are players ahead of those players too that might not be 100% as well. So, Raducanu and Vekic might be sort of 28, 29 in the seeds, or maybe even 27, right? So Raducanu might be like, yeah, well, Wong's got to defend a lot of points next week, so she's not going to... She has to win Berlin probably to qualify or to be a seed. Siniakova's got to play next week in Berlin, but she's playing the qualies right now, so we'll see if she can make it. Eala and Samsonov are the other 2 that are trying to get those last seeds. But with Baptiste, you just have to maybe be get over the top of Baptiste, who's not playing. So, yeah, I don't know. I think Raducanu pulls out next week. Vekic got to play Eala, but if she knocks out Eala, then at least she doesn't have to worry about Eala taking her spot, right? She'll like eliminate Eala from that conversation, and then play Raducanu in the second round. Is that worth playing? Maybe, because if you lose to Raducanu, you've still had a great week in Queen's Club, and then you lost to Raducanu. Whoop-de-doo. That doesn't matter. And then go play Wimbledon, right? She might get seeded anyway if she loses to Raducanu, because she might be enough, you know? Siniakova is the real threat. Because if she does, I tell you, Wong is out of the equation. Siniakova loses in the qualies, which could happen. She's playing now, I think. And then if Vekic and Eala play, you know, if Vekic wins, then she might be seeded. That might be it. You know, that might be enough. And a Raducanu, I don't think plays next week. I think Raducanu is going to like it, because the thing is, if Raducanu plays next week, then one, she might just lose to Pliskova in the first round. Then she's coming off 2 losses. What kind of form's that? Or she plays next week, gets worse, like her injury gets worse, and then, you know, then you're not fit for Wimbledon, which is the main reason you're playing. Like, you're not playing to win a 250. You're playing for Wimbledon. So Raducanu being fit for Wimbledon is more important than playing next week. You know what I mean? So it's not an easy conversations for the coaches of both players today. Like, does Vekic take the week off to recover? She had a long week. Raducanu take the week to recover, but then do they risk not being seeded? I mean, what do you do, right? Do you play next week and risk overplaying, but then you can be seeded, or do you not play next week and just hope that the others don't take your spot? It's a little bit. It's a tough conversation next week, or today anyway. After this match, because they got to play tomorrow, right? Yeah, Wong made the final of Berlin, so she's kind of out of the conversation for seedings next week, because she's got to have to win Berlin to make anything happen, you know. Why was Falinska having to qualify for Wimbledon? Can you explain? Because 6 weeks ago, when the entry list came out, she was outside the top 100, and if you're outside the top 100 6 weeks before a slam. Because that's like whatever your ranking is 6 weeks before a slam is your ranking at that slam. So 6 weeks ago, Falinska was ranked 120 in the world, give or take. That's not enough to get you into the main draw of Wimbledon. Doesn't matter if you are now in the top 30. Because, 6 weeks ago was your ranking. That's what matters. That's just how every tournament works. So, like, even these tournaments now, right? Queen's Club, 6 weeks ago was when the entry list cutoff came out, and if you weren't in the top whatever to make this, you'd have to play qualities as well. So that's why. Yeah, it sucks for Falinska. And Wimbledon, I don't know if they're going to give her a wild card. That's the only way she'll play in the main draw, unless she qualifies. But if she qualifies, I don't think she's seeded. So she'll be coming in as an unseeded player qualifier like she was at French Open, even though she's ranked number 20. It'll be the weirdest situation ever. But we'll probably find that out early next week, or at least next week. Speaking of next week, we've also got Serena Week again, part 2. Serena Week part 2 with Mukova. And we've also got, what else we got next week? It's Zverev and Kobolia coming back. Please focus on the Demonor match. He's 4-all. We're back on serve. Would she not get in if people withdraw, though? She needs at least 10 to 15 players to withdraw, which is not unusual. But she needs a lot of withdrawals. Let me have a look where she is. I think she's like, was she 117? That number rings a bell. Something like that. So she was like the 17th seed in the qualies or something. Yeah, so the alternates. Okay, here we go. So Falinska was 116, which means she's the 12th seed. So she needs 12 people to withdraw for her to get direct entry. Now, we've already had 2. So we've already lost Mboko, and we've already lost Baptiste, right? So that's 2. Has anybody else withdrawn from the top 100? Let me have a look. I made this video the other day, so you should all know this. I made a video. I should know this. Let me have a look. So withdraw players. All right, here we go. So we've got Gracheva, Cartel, and Kudermetova. Are they all in the top 100? Cartel is, so that's 3. Kudermetova has what is it? A protected ranking, so she's out. So I think it is 5. So what was the other one? Gracheva. I don't think so. Maybe they're not. I can't see them on the entry list, so I don't think they were ever going to be in. Yeah, no Gracheva. So yeah, so there's only 3 players that have pulled out from the top 100. So she needs another 9 players to pull out. Now, like I said, Anisimova pulling out this week is concerning. Kostyuk's got a foot injury. Potapova had a problem this week. So there's 3 players on that list. Who else? Who else is anyone else coming in with Krejcikova? She's got an injury problem. Vondrousova is on the entry list, but she might not play. So Vondi as well. Sonmez was injured, but I think she's okay now. Is Bartunkova injured? Did she pull out of a tournament this week? Badosa maybe as well. I'm not sure if Badosa's playing. Oh no, Badosa's playing next week. So yeah, so there are some players that, but she needs like 12 players to withdraw. 12 is a lot. 12 is a lot. Dude, you're Aussie and you're not watching Demonor? You must be new. You must be new. You must be new around here. We only watch the Socceroos. Demonor is 4-all in the final set. Make that 5-4 final set. All right, we'll keep an eye on him at the end. All right, fine. If he wins, if he loses though, I'm blaming whoever said, "What are you not watching Demonor?" It's your fault if he loses. You're taking that. But Cam, no buts. You're taking that. It's your fault. It's your fault. By the way, tomorrow we have more tennis. Never ends. Probably love it. Will Shelton still play Heller after today's win? I think so, yeah. He's got to play Kyrgios first round. He has to play, just for us. Because we got to watch that match. He's got to play for us. Five 4 Demon. Yep. Demon's 1 game away from a title. I'll tell you. Today has been a great day to be an Australian. And if Demon wins, it'll be a great day. A greater day. And if GMP wins, it'll be a great day to be a Cam. Cam Williams. All right, see you later. Who are we looking at tomorrow? I got no idea. It depends who plays. Yeah, I have no idea. Blunted.
Demon to win 7-5, 6-30.
Nope, almost. And thank you, Josh, for the 20. Appreciate that.
I want to take a moment to give soccer their absolute amazing stuff last night, and as an American, I'm excited for this Friday undefeated versus undefeated, top defense versus top offense in the group. May the best team win.
Hopefully. We'll watch that. Oh, I'll be watching that next week.
Vekic is on a mission today. Also sad about Krejcikova pulling out. Hope she gets better for Wimbledon. Her being unseeded is dangerous for one of the seeded players.
Yeah. I agree. We're going to watch Krejcikova's match, or at least we're going to attempt to watch it. But yeah, Jovic versus Pliskova tomorrow. I don't think that's happening tomorrow. That we're taking a break was short-lived. Tomorrow we're short-lived. I don't even know who's playing. I only know like one. There's only one match tomorrow that I know is happening, but we don't have the schedule for tomorrow, so I can't tell you what we're watching until I find out who's playing. Yeah, Stuttgart's Halle is the only tournament that has a schedule, and there's one match on there that I'm like, maybe. Zverev's playing doubles, but we're not watching that. Yeah, tomorrow's kind of chill, and then Queen's Club schedule's not out yet. So I have no idea what we're watching at the Queen's Club. Queen's Club also kind of stinks next week for the men. And then Berlin, I think the Berlin schedule's kind of boring tomorrow too. So there's nothing to watch. de Minaur is going to have to play a long final set here. Oh, it's raining in Berlin. That's why we don't have a schedule. So yeah, I have no idea. By the way, Vekic Eala won't be tomorrow. Just heads up. That won't be tomorrow. Serena might play tomorrow though, in doubles. But that W usually starts on Wednesday, or Tuesday. Is Cam streaming tomorrow? Maybe. It just depends on who plays. Depends on the match. 5-5 final set. If there's good matches on, we'll watch them. Eala is not seeded. She's unseeded tomorrow. Remember, the top 4 seeds get a bye. I made a preview. Top 4 seeds get a bye in the first round of Berlin, so we're not going to watch Sabalenka until Wednesday. There's no Coco. There's no Raducanu until Wednesday, so... and Shelton just won and Vekic just won. So we're not going to watch Shelton versus Kyrgios tomorrow. That's not going to happen. That'll be on Tuesday at the earliest. And then Eala Vekic will be on Tuesday at the earliest as well. So, I mean, I'm looking at... to be honest, there's not much going on in Berlin tomorrow either. Like first round, because the Eala Vekic match won't be on till whenever. And then Queen's Club for the men. Menchik, he might play tomorrow. Hodar might play tomorrow. We might watch them, but maybe not. Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. And then, like I said, Halle, we've got Caboli's playing, and I wouldn't mind watching Caboli. I wouldn't mind watching Caboli. 2-1 on Friday, USA on top. All right, keep talking. de Minaur, 40 love, by the way. How Demon winning more points on second serve than first? Because he's a beast. de Minaur up 6-5. What else, chat? We'll probably take the day off tomorrow if there's nothing worth watching. Yeah. Are we watching Eala? Yeah, she's not playing tomorrow though. Vekic will skip Berlin, yeah. Also, it's raining in Berlin, so we might not even get to watch Berlin next week. Because Berlin's weather kind of sucks. At least today it sucks. Tomorrow it's going to rain a little bit too, so I don't know. I don't even know if we're going to watch any of that. Oh, wait, did you say Alex de Minaur? Yeah, Alex. I thought you meant Eala. People used to ask me, when's Eala playing? Am I watching Demon? Yeah, he's playing right now. Watch the Demon game. I'm watching it right now. Yeah, I mean, we just talked about it. Vekic might skip Berlin. It kind of just depends on a couple of things, right? Depends on whether or not she feels the need to try and defend, or trying to get, set herself in the seeds. Great effort from Emma. Get them at Wimby. Thanks, Cam, and congrats, Vekic. Yeah. Now that all the Raducanu haters are gone, we can actually talk seriously about stuff. So, genuinely, that was a good week by Raducanu. That was a solid week. And I don't think I've seen Raducanu look so fired up. She hasn't looked that fired up in a long time. She looked way more aggressive, way more intense. But I love, and you've noticed this as well, Raducanu fans. You've been watching her over the last 5 years. She just has that chemistry with the coach. It's because they've worked together before. They know each other so well. Like, that chemistry is just there. Whereas other coaches, she didn't have that dialogue with them as much. She didn't have that, like, what do I do? You know, give me some advice with other coaches. Whereas this, like, it's already there. It's, you know, that's half the battle. She trusts him, right? She trusts what he's going to say. So it's really promising for Raducanu, you know, looking forward. And then she's just made a final of a 500. She made a final at the start of the year as well without this coach, you know, but that was with Roige, and we all know that he's a beast. So, so actually, like, very positive week for Raducanu. And if she gets a decent draw at Wimbledon, and when I say decent, I mean avoiding Sabalenka, or, you know, even if she plays Sabalenka, maybe that'd be fun to see, you know, really get her to play a third round against her. That'd be interesting. Eala could beat Vekic on grass. Incredible. I mean, yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Vekic's gonna play. I don't know if Vekic's gonna play. Her body is fragile. She can't go further on grass. Who? Raducanu. She just made a final. Like, you're saying that's like a bad... Oh, she can't go further on grass. She can only make a final. Oh, no. She makes the Wimbledon final. Oh, that's so bad. Come on now. Raducanu definitely looked... In the second set, when things started... Like, it's funny because we talked about this at the start of the second, when she started to get a bit more, like, fired up and the crowd started to get involved and the adrenaline. Funny things happen when that kind of stuff, when, you know, with like adrenaline and stuff, you know, getting fired up and getting the crowd, you know, to give you that buzz, that definitely gave her a jolt. But also, that doesn't last forever. That can also, you know, it can last for as long as it lasted, right? She got to 5-2, and then, you know, she started to lose a couple of games, and then, you know, the crowd get quiet, and then the adrenaline dump, and you don't get that, you know, you don't have that, you know, fire in you. You know, you go back to what you were doing before you got fired up, right? So it is a weird, you know, to ride off adrenaline is probably not the best way to try and play a tennis match. But like, you can pinpoint when she started to get that adrenaline at the start of the second, when she got to 2-1, got that break and everyone went crazy, held at 3-1, got the second break, and then at probably about 5-3, once you lost the first break and the whole crowd's like, ooh, oh no. And then the second, and then Vekic held the serve, and then it's like, oh no. That's when it seemed like Raducanu started to dip again. With the energy. Demon's gone to a tiebreak. But again, she played 2 matches yesterday, right? She's played 3 matches in 24 hours. You know, she did have that leg problem. And again, credit to Raducanu, because I thought after the Rakhimova match, I thought she wouldn't play Jovic. I thought, nah, she's not going to play Jovic. She played and beat her. And then today I thought, that leg, how much longer can she last? And when she went down 6-11 in the first, it looked like, oh, no, she's going to maybe call this. But put in the effort in the second. Like, it was good. It was a good, solid resilience from Raducanu, despite not feeling great, or at least not having, it's not ideal to come in with a leg injury, or a leg when your leg's on, hurting. So, yeah. So a lot of positives for Raducanu this week for Raducanu fans to take. Demonors down 1 love in this tiebreak. Oh God, why am I watching this? It's been a good day, chat. Why do I have to watch this? Why are you making me watch this match? I was a little surprised if Vekic was the underdog in this match, though. Like, I thought it's a 50-50. I thought it'd be a 50-50 because Vekic was super solid. Raducanu coming in with some leg soreness, I would have thought, why would you want to risk? Well, it should have been a 50-50. Vekic was an underdog, which was a bit of a surprise. I guess because they based it on ranking. I went away for 3 minutes, a few minutes, and she lost. Sure, she was going to go to a third. Yeah, well, she had set points. Take it to a third. Couldn't convert. She's up double break as well, which is a bit of a shame. And then in the tiebreak, Vekic, especially at 4-all, 5-all, 6-all, Vekic just went for it. And she, Vekic wanted to finish the match there and then, and she did. Vekic was just a bit more aggressive when going for her shots when she needed to. Demons on the board. 3-1. 3-1, my Shaq. It's versus 7 because it's not a Grand Slam. Remember, Grand Slams is when you Grand Slams are when you do 10-point tie breaks, not outside of slams. She made it to the final. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. There's so much positive, and same with Vekic. I mean, had Vekic had lost the final, we would have said a lot of good things about Vekic too, right? I mean, both of them had a fantastic week, and it wasn't an easy tournament. There was a lot of good players playing this tournament this week. It wasn't like it was an easy 500. You had Mboko, top 10, Anisimova, Raducanu, Jovic, who's in good form this year, Castella as well, right? Has had a very good season so far. Even before, you had Bencic and Kostruk in as well. They pulled out, which is how Vekic got in. But Pliskova was there, right? Vekic beat Pliskova, great win. Pliskova was so dangerous on this surface. Fernandez, super, super dangerous too. So yeah, it was a very good tournament, very solid lineup. A lot of positives for both players. 4-2 Demon, he's down a mini break. Vekic is the better player, if we are being honest, deserves this win. Let's give her credit. Oh yeah, for sure. Vekic deserves all the credit. Thursday tiebreak is 10 points. No, that's only at a Grand Slam. Outside of Grand Slams, it's 7 points. Only at Slams do we have 10-point tiebreaks. Which is super dumb and confusing because why are we doing that? Why are we not just making it universal where it's 10-point tiebreaks final set for everything or nothing? Why are we doing this stupidity? Why do the slams have a different format? It's so annoying. And it's also so annoying to try and remember because when we go to Wimbledon, I'm going to forget that it's 10-point tiebreak final set, especially when the other sets are 7 points. It's just so silly. It's just such a silly rule. All right, Demons down 2-5. When this thing's over, I'm leaving. Vekic could have lost to Raducanu in the semis instead of Bolter. Yeah, woulda, coulda, shoulda. If, right? Also, Emma played 2 matches yesterday. Super proud of her reaching the final. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of positives for both players this week. A lot of positives. Come on, Demon. Come on, Demon. Come on, Demon. Come on, Demon. Come on. Come on. Oh, poor me. Ugh. Come on, Demon. Channel that Socceroos energy. Come on. I tell you, the sun's out in for the first time in Den Bosch. They're both playing so safe. Oh, he hit it out. Oh, no. Shit. 5-all. Oh, Chad, this is why we don't watch Aussies. I can't handle it. By the way, chat, ranking show coming out tomorrow. Probably, I don't know if we watch anything tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'm planning on not watching anything tomorrow, which would be the first time in forever. So yeah, I don't think Eala and Vekic are happening. Yeah, I don't think so either. My championship point. Yeah, I don't think Vekic plays next week. Or if she does, she might play the first match and then not play the second. She might play if she wins and if she plays and beats Eala and then withdraws against Raducanu. That might be enough. Because remember, she's got to play for a seeding. So, but yeah, I don't think Raducanu plays. I don't think Raducanu plays. Oh, God damn it. I don't think Raducanu plays next week. Oh, no. It's all right. 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. It's all right. It was 2-0. Can't win them all. 2-0. We still won 2-0. Myshak had a hell of a week. Is Eala still a chance to be seated at Wimbledon? Yes. She'll need to play. She'll need to win a few matches over in Berlin to qualify, like to consolidate that. But yeah, all three underdogs won today. Really interesting. Well, Shelton. Oh yeah, Shelton was the underdog. The Vekic, I was surprised she was the underdog, but the others I can understand. Like Myshak, definitely the underdog. And, yeah, Shelton and Fritz should have been 50-50 as well. Vekic peaking on her favorite surface. So happy for her. Yeah, it was a great win. Great tournament. Myshak is going to have a Fulinska run at Wimbledon. He already reached fourth round last year. Wow, okay. Beating top 10 players for your first time is bad. Not bad. I know, right? That's crazy. What a run. What a great run. So what? Who did he beat? Medvedev? Did he beat FAA? And Demon? Who did he beat? Yeah, FAA, Medvedev, and Demon, right? Yeah. That's a pretty stacked 250. You have three top 10 guys you got to beat to win a 250? I mean, that sounds more like a 500 tournament, that one, or a 1,000. Cam can fit a major broadcast network because of how he covers tennis. How much he covers tennis. Well, look, I tell you what. Nobody can question my work ethic. You can question my language and my speed of speech, but I don't think you can question my work ethic. Some people think I work too hard, and I think that there's no such thing. No such thing as working too hard. Working too hard? What do you mean? Myshak's top 50 now? Nice. Demon's going to win Queen's Club, right? I hope so. Did GMP win, or did his match get? Did he win today? Did GMP win, or did they get? Oh, he did win. Wait, no, he didn't. Ah, fucking ads. Did he win, GMP? Did he qualify? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. He won! Let's go. Wait, so where's he in the draw? Oh. So wait, hang on. GMP. God, who do I want him to play? Probably Brooksby. GMP won. So GMP plays next week, so that's good. Pardon me. GMP is Puricar, by the way. Maybe that's why no one's responding, because I'm confusing people. Greek Spore is playing too, right? Greek Spore is playing against Shimabukuro. I mean, I need to get rid of him. If I get rid of Greek Spore and I bring in wait, hang on. I gotta play this smart. Where are we at? So I got Hurkacz, Puricar, Lehechka, Fritz, Zverev, Demon, Medvedev, Kaboli. Zverev and Bublik, okay. Fritz Shelton, okay. Hurkacz, Rublev, Yuck. Kaboli, FAA, Medvedev, Echeverria, okay. And then what? Lehechka's a good at Queen's Club, right? He's good there. He's playing Myshak. Myshak's not gonna play next week. There's no way. Myshak Lehechka just became a crazy match. What about Menchik? God, GMP. I hope he doesn't get put with. I think I'll get Lehechka. I think I've got a good team. I like my team. My team was really good this week too. Luckily, I had Shelton, Fritz, and Medvedev and Demon. Myshak won't play. Yeah, I don't think he will. He got a special entry next week, but he'll get replaced by a lucky loser, and then Lehechka's going to go on a run. Yeah. So who could be a lucky loser though? Oh, it's going to be Schweider, Kovacevic, Hijikata, or Vukic. Oh, wait. Hijikata's playing. Is he? No. Anyways. Puricar 1-2-0. I know. I love that. Puricar last week was my wild card, and I'm so glad it worked. GMP hits 100 aces. Like, he's going to get a bunch of points. So good. GMP, he could play Van der Zandschulp, Mute, Tabilo, or Brooksby first round. And I feel like against most, maybe against like 3 of those guys, he's a chance to win. I don't think Van der Zandschulp's a tough one. But like, he could beat Mute, he can beat Tabilo, and he can probably beat Brooksby on grass. So GMP, especially if he gets in the if he plays Tabilo, then he's going to play Lehechka second round, which I really don't want that to happen. But if he plays Brooksby, he'll then play Cerundolo second round. That's winnable. And then quarterfinals against Menchik, maybe. So I like GMP's record. Hodar and Demon on grass will be great. Ooh, Hodar on grass next week. We got to definitely keep up with that. We're going to see what's up with that. It's crazy that he had to win, 3 against 3 top 10 players to win at 250. I know, right? He deserves a week off next week and give a lucky loser to Lehechka. Yeah, Demon or double folding too much in the tiebreak. That didn't help. Chat. I'm going to get out of here because I'm going to make a video and then I've got to go and rest so I can be back to normal 100% next week because I feel like I'm starting to crash. Good streams. Good final streams. Raducanu, Vekic, great weeks from both. Vekic too good on the day. 6-love, 7-6. She's into the seeds, I think, now as well. So we'll track them next week. We'll see what their ranking looks like. They're both supposed to play next week. We'll see if that even happens. And then tomorrow, now that Queen's Club qualies are over, I think they're going to start. They'll probably give the schedule is probably going to come out in the next hour or so we can figure out what we do tomorrow. I don't know what we're going to watch tomorrow. Berlin is raining, so I have no idea if we're watching any of that. I don't know. Just stay tuned. Vekic wins. And so does Shelton. And so does Myashak. And so does Montgomery. They all won. I'll see you tomorrow, maybe.